Yes, I am. Friend, one or two. Friends, come on. How many of us have them? Let's be friends. I love it. Thank you for being my friend. Thank you for taking time out for your financial empowerment. Right? Right? This is a great time of year to be thankful, to think about gratitude, to celebrate how blessed we truly are. And I think that a big part of gratitude, just acknowledging how blessed we are, can help us with our financial management. And I think that there's a lot of things that we really take for granted. And if we think about it, like if we begin every day with just how thankful we are, not just on Thanksgiving, no, but just every day, how thankful we are for all that we have. And then especially as I saw, how you doing, Miss Matt? Thank you. When I saw I'm gonna pull up the chat so I can see it too. I saw the statistics that I shared in the invitation. No, the things that we take for granted when there's millions and millions, like the world data. No, there's a website called ourworldindata.org. And when you look at the world, not just your world, but if you look at the world and then look at your world and the world that we're inside, you'll realize how completely blessed we are. Let me just share, some of the information. It says global poverty is one of the most pressing problems that the world faces today. The poorest in the world are undernourished, without access to basic services like electricity and safe drinking water. They have less access to education, and the poorest among in the world suffer from poorer health because of the poverty that they're in. No, so I believe that as we become more thankful and practice gratitude daily, that it will in return make us more generous. Because I think that when we approach life from a place of how blessed you are, and being so thankful for for all that you have, like, then you realize that you can be more generous because you have so much more, right? Arise, like, you have so much more than the average, than the majority, and I can say that you're wealthier than most. I can say that when we have the majority of people on the planet living off $30 a day, approximately. You know, so I definitely know feel that if we do that, if we look at, like, wow, not from comparing yourself to Elon Musk and the richest among us, that, oh, I don't have anything because they have so much more. But looking at yourself from, what, I have everything that I need, and I'm willing to share because I have everything that I need. But too often we're just encouraged to, that everything has to be relative to, you're not successful, and then unless you have like, everything that what everybody, whatever society decides as successful is, then if you're not that, then want to make sure that you can see that. I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask Reverend Bozeman and Mr. Jones to come in so you could tell me if you all can see. Can you see the screen that I'm sharing when I do this? Can you see?
Yes, yes,
Fantastic. Only when I do that, right? I don't know why I can't, but you can see it now, right?
yes, yes,
So
yes.
I don't know why it won't let me. If I go back so I can see everything, it only lets me watch this page now. So the look at this over here, and I'll try to make it a little bit bigger. It has on national poverty lines, poverty rates, and incomes in 5 countries. And then the U.S. is down here. And it says in the U.S., 11% of the population lives below the national poverty line of approximately $24.55 per day. Mm, that's down 1%. We're supposed to be having this. These are old figures that are just being released, but this is based on 2017, so pre-COVID. Goodness gracious. So, we just don't talk about it a lot, but we've got to press our leaders to make sure that people get affordable, a living, they get a living wage, that they get a living wage. If you go to work, that you should be getting at least a living wage, and a living wage based on what is needed for like this is the bare minimum, what I need to make in order, unless you're an entrepreneur, unfortunately, there's a whole bunch that we make way less than a livable wage. But no, there's also the joy of when we win, we win. That's the investment. But the majority of Americans have no idea of the sacrifice of not knowing, And look, even it says we have 11% in poverty as of those numbers pre-COVID. That we have 23% of Ethiopia in poverty. In Ethiopia, 23% of the population lives below the national poverty line of approximately $2.04 per day. 27% are below 2.15.
Well,
But
we're
then,
at, we're stuck in the 70s in terms of wages.
yeah, I know. I mean, we really have not adjusted. No, nobody is really making more money if they
Mm.
were working then or they're working now. When you adjust it for inflation, and then the government decided to jump on the small person's struggling entrepreneur, small business, just jump on their back and just jump up and down by increasing interest rates. Because the increase in interest rates, is definitely impacting those who are going to have to, you know, sometime borrow in order to keep the business afloat. And then you have the, worker that works for the small business. And then the large companies who aren't even required to make sure that people that work for them have a, a living wage. And there are a lot of our large, huge companies that are bigger than the whole economy of these countries right here. Like, are actually, actually don't even have any debt, don't have to borrow anything. Mm. So the if you look like everybody's poverty, like what is needed to live in that area, per day, or what is considered poverty, really depends on where they are. Like it's like below $4 a day in Vietnam is considered living in poverty. Below $24.55 in the US is considered living in poverty. So it says, while in the United States, a person is counted as being in poverty if they live on less than roughly $24.55 per day. If you live on more than that, count yourself so blessed. Even if you live on that, you have the opportunity to still be here to move forward, to move. We have to be, thankful for that. I think, there's just, let's just look at like some of the just financial benefits of coming from a place of gratitude. And try to, yeah, I'm get that, like gratitude, just being thankful. When you feel like I have enough, I got this is good, like then you're not going to go out there and waste money as much as a person who they're not coming from a place of gratitude, because what? It's never enough for them. Correct? It's just never enough. Have you ever met that kind of person? It's just never enough. You go, oh man, wow, that's a nice outfit. Yeah, but I was trying to get these shoes to go with it. And I couldn't, the shoes, I couldn't get the shoes right, or they'll even tell you, be like, oh wow, Kenneth, I like that sweater. I saw those pants. I saw those Calvin Klein pants. I saw the pants. Did you get the pants? And then it puts into your head like, wow, I gotta have the pants. Like, you didn't have to have the pants. You don't have to have the pants. No, you don't. We don't need a lot of the things that we've been socialized to think that we need. Like, I don't like a whole lot of stuff. I don't know. I think I've told y'all that before. Like, I don't like a whole lot of stuff like in my house. That's it before. Like, my daughter's like, Mom, why don't we have like more stuff on the wall and more in the corner and more in someone's like. And I have had people come over and they go, like, you need like a table right there. Why don't I need a table right there? Like, that table is not going to do anything but sit right there. Because I'm not going to want anybody to put anything on it. So you come in, you got that table right there. The next thing, me and my daughter start putting things on it. It becomes a holder for miscellaneous things right there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I mean, if people feel like, oh no, but it just has to be there. I mean, I bet I'm convinced that I save a lot of money because it doesn't make any difference to me. I also will wash my gym clothes. I do not have to buy. I go most of the weeks I go to the gym 7 days. All I want to do is be clean. I don't have to have, a whole different outfit all the time. But amazingly so, though, I got like 4 of these. I don't know why, but I love it. Like, it's got the underarm, but I've had it for at least 10 years. Same tank top. They wash, they're Under Armour. I got my money's worth. Somebody would be bothered by that. It just doesn't. I am so thankful that I can still fit it. You see what I'm saying? I know when I gained so much weight, I couldn't wear it. So it's all about how you look at it, right?
Mm-hmm.
How you look, how thankful are you, instead of allowing someone to come in and say, "Oh, you should switch that." No, I don't understand. They know it comes in white and red and blue, and Pink and used to put those corners in. Oh my goodness, I know one thing. If I lived in that house, I would do so and so. They're telling you what they would do given they be in that situation instead of them giving themselves the opportunity to learn that she don't care. She really doesn't. There is a serious freedom, no, Mr. Walton, in just being secure with yourself financially so that you can be at a happy place. And I don't think that you have to grow up poor to be like that. There are lots of multi-millionaires that we know in AfroEconomics that have no desire to show off or tell you or show you their balance sheet. None. Or to tell you what you should do or how, you know what I mean, why this would be better. Because, joy is just something that you can't buy. I have seen miserable rich people and miserable poor people. I have discovered that joy and gratitude and peace has absolutely nothing to do with money. But I'm going to tell you one thing. If you want to be an entrepreneur, coming from a place of gratitude is going to help you be able to eat. If you want to eat, you better make sure you tell your customers thank you for their business. I appreciate you. This wouldn't be possible without you. We are the only group of people who, if somebody says, I really appreciate you, you really made a difference to me, we'll stop doing business with them. We have such an insecurity problem that we think that you're actually, like this brother told me one time, we were as a minority business group, and we could choose like who are our key customers. It was businesses. So I put down his business, like, trying to give him props. It wasn't true. He said, shoot, dang, if I'm your biggest customer, basically, you know what I mean? Like I'm supposed to do something with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, what in the world? I wanted to say so bad. Are you crazy? It's not true. Relative to you, I got 10 Philip Morris employees with more than you got your whole company. They got it one by one. Oh my goodness. I'm just trying to help. But what is wrong with us? Are you going to sell somebody? I don't care. You still did business with me and I appreciate it. And on the list of these other ones up in this room, yeah, because they ain't doing nothing. So I appreciate you. But because I said that, I don't know if it was a directive from somebody in his life. A lot of times that is like, you her biggest customer. Oh my goodness. It happens. Lower. But but other companies don't have to worry about that. But we just showing gratitude to each other and it become it's a problem. That's the way we should be treated. It's like I want to just start us over and bring us back. This is how you should be treated.
Amen.
And I'm not going to stop. If I lose you, I lose you, but I'm not going to stop appreciating you. Like I put on my Facebook wall today, I said, why is it that so easy for people to receive hate? But they push you away when you just want to love them.
Scares them. People are afraid of love.
Isn't that sad? But we just get that. We get that hate though. We get it like, oh yeah, I know you don't like me. I don't like you either. I know you don't appreciate it. You don't appreciate me. Somebody go, I really appreciate you. I really enjoy doing business with you. That is exactly where we should be, and don't change. What this man told me, a postman in DC, David said, you can't change people. You got to change people. You can't change people. You just change people. It's true. Doesn't be like that. But you still have to come from a place of gratitude and stop allowing people that don't appreciate your service, your commitment, your generosity. You know what I mean? Get rid of that. That energy has to go. It's like it's stopping your flow from God. God says, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Keep sending the love. If they cannot receive it, they got to go because you can't stop. Somebody told me one time, well, I just want to know. I just want to tell you, I just don't believe in God. I said, well, I just want to tell you, I do. And, you know, I'm trying to change you. We got other places all the way up down the street, but we can't change from our place of gratitude. You know, I mean, people like that's the benefit. That is the reason you start your own business so that you're able to share your sincere self with the world.
Amen.
People should have all of the right in the world to go somewhere else. We just have to have the commitment enough to work hard enough to go get the next customer. It's that everything that's for us is for us. But we got to come from a place of gratitude and appreciation. And the best way to stay there is to stay around good people, stay around good energy. You know, if it's true that you attract what you are, then I am truly blessed. I'm truly blessed by you, Mr. Jones, you, Reverend Bozeman, you, Barbara, you, Mr. Walton, you, Weeda Davis. You know, even Weeda. I'm even blessed by Weeda. Even her, you know. There's something good about everybody. You're so silly, Mr. Jones. I know. Even her. That's like that. We are like, why you gotta be like that? That's what the teacher would say to me, to my mother. Oh, she's such a good girl. Her? Are you sure? Are you talking about Jennifer Bryan? Who is she talking about? I'm in the wrong class. She said, what are you talking about, lady? You know, but coming from a place of gratitude will also like help you cut down on just buying anything.
Let me in this room.
Yeah, right. Who said that? Weeda?
Weeda, yeah.
Girl, you know we right. You know you scared. You scared to come in my room even virtually. I'm gonna send this. I'm gonna make another copy. I don't know why. You might have to log out of your computer and come back in. Because you know if Mr. Jones got in, then you can get in. She said, okay now. That's right. But
I got in, JB, because I didn't go to the original confirmation link. I went to the reminder link because then usually I'm finding
oh
out in the reminder link we have access to the members only.
Right.
yeah, it wasn't
I
in the
had to do that
confirmation
too.
one.
Nope.
Yeah,
No, it was
Dang.
not.
yeah.
Goodness gracious. I'm gonna have to talk to the director of operations about that. What in the world?
Yeah, I
I
had to
was
do the
scared
same
that
thing.
happened. I'm so glad I sent the reminder at the last minute. Exactly. I have to overstep her all the time. Like we just said, we look at the reminder. You see, exactly. You figured that out, Mr. Jones. Exactly. You know that. I mean, how could like that? There was a study done by Northeastern that demonstrated the correlation. Uh-oh, got my class in here between gratitude and patience. What do you think, Reverend Bozeman?
Is there a correlation between
They
gratitude
they
and patience?
found it. They found correlation. It did. You know.
Well, when you're in gratitude, you're understanding how the universe works. You're understanding how the energy you're sending out works, and so
Mm,
therefore you understand that in gratitude you are transmitting this energy that is positive and attracting to you good things. So you don't have to rush the universe. You know it's going to
Mm.
happen. You know it's going to happen. It's not,
Amen.
rather than trying to push
Mm.
something to make it happen. You know that by being who you are and by being
Amen.
grateful for what you're
Amen.
getting, that you are invoking the law. And
Amen.
the law says, I will give you more of what you're grateful for.
Amen. It's got to be, I mean, the research said it, you said it, I have found it. Like, I remember before, if I've told y'all, like, I would always switch cars. I would never go without a car. It would be one car to the next car to the next car. Never thinking, never negotiating, never researching. People were like, I researched my car for, I'd be so proud of them. Never taking the time for any of that. And then now I'm actually grateful and patient. And I walk out to my empty garage and I look at my motorcycle and I go, oh, I love my motorcycle. I love my bicycle. And there's a great big spot. And I'm like, I know, Lord, I'm going to be very patient about, maybe it's correlating to the love of my life also. Maybe he's like, slow your ass down and stop, right? It has
Yeah.
something to do with it. Like, yeah, it's like, don't, even though you know this space is big, even though you think this is important, even though you know what I'm saying? Like, you think you gotta have it. No, I want you to wait. And I want to decide like exactly what's going to fill that space in your heart, in your life, in your everything, but only
In your
from
spirit,
in
JB.
my spirit.
In your
Yes.
spirit. Yeah.
Yes. Y'all
Yes.
should check out my video um on spiritual, on our spiritual companion on I did on Sunday. It's very sexual. You don't want to miss it. It is. I
I'm
talked
sorry,
about
what? I'm
I
sorry,
talked
what?
about I talked about sex on a Sunday morning.
I'm
And
sorry, what? Huh?
can I get
What?
an amen? Didn't I? Didn't I? Didn't I? Look. Diana said, "Nice, y'all." See, you gotta know. You gotta know Diana. But it was about spiritual companion. Y'all ain't gonna. I ain't gonna never. You ain't gonna never meet Diana because y'all won't come to my track meets. If y'all came to my track meets, you can meet Diana. But because y'all haven't come to my track meets, you haven't met Diana. She is the
Okay.
fastest girl I know, other than the woman that was running faster than her. But Diana is still the fastest. She is the fastest. You are the fastest to me, Diana. I know that other lady, but you still are the fastest. She was fastest, one or two, right? She's in there. That's pretty darn good, meaning that I saw the back of everybody, right? So she only saw the back of one person for a little second. That's good. She is really fast, and she is a grown woman, inspiring. And but she's the one I told y'all about. She walked up to me and said, "That's okay." What you say? I forgot what you said, Diana. Like like kind of like everybody's not a sprinter. You know what I'm saying? I'm determined, Diana. I'm coming back this season. I'm going in it. But because she said that when we were doing that relay, and she was coming at me trying to pass that stick off, I was like, I better get this right because I'm a runner. She put she put that baton in my hand. Which one was it?
Question.
Uh-huh.
Were you the anchor?
I was the anchor. I
How did
was
I
the
know that?
anchor.
How
I
did I
was
know
the
that?
anchor. Uh, and look. And Diana was like, I don't know, coach. You sure you want her as the anchor? He said, I got this. I got this.
The strongest runners do the
He
anchor.
he should no, but not in. I mean,
How
strongest, yes, but that's not why he put me there. He figured that they would have such a lead. which they did. Now, all I had to do was keep it. You know what I'm
All
saying?
you
That
had to
was
do
a
was
good call.
finish.
That was a good call because I will do better for you than I will do just for myself. You see what I'm saying? The one she saw me lose was just my own, just 100. But when I saw them coming, like soon, 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 and I was like, all I gotta do is just do it. I was like, boom, 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 boom. Them thighs were going. It was thundering in heaven. My daddy was like, look at my fat leg girl go. I said, I'm going, daddy. My legs look so thick. I didn't even show y'all the video. I was like, them legs are way too thick. They were like, it would be like the biggest, fastest leg. I would have won the biggest, fastest legs. They were like, those are the biggest, fastest legs. The fastest, biggest legs. Whatever order you want to put it. You won that. Shakara, if her legs were that big, she couldn't have gone that fast. She got little teeny legs. Takes a lot of strength to lift a big leg. Think about it that way.
Okay.
Right? Exactly. She'd be like, what in the world? Get that leg off me. She'd be dragging the leg. And that's all. Think about that. And if I had her nobody, I would run as fast as her too. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Back to gratitude. So I thank God for my legs and my health, right? But also let's think about, so if y'all come to Chicago in March, you get to meet Diana. Because we're gonna be ready. Late March in indoor nationals in Chicago. That's gonna be good though. You should do it, Mr. Jones. And then you as well, Reverend Bozeman, you should have a homecoming, right?
Yeah, interesting.
Going to Chicago. I will get y'all the exact dates.
Okay.
So also like gratitude, as I was saying, is like good for business. It's good for your career. Like, so many people are at work. Like, I don't like when we say, I'm going into that plantation. It's really disrespectful to slaves. I've never known slaves with a benefit package.
Not
You
at
know,
all.
and they be like trying to act like they slaves. Like, no, working in corporate America is a long way from slavery. Like, don't put it there. Like, if you don't feel that you're being compensated correctly, I get that. But plantation and slavery? Oh, come on. You can go. You can just walk off the plantation. So we gotta, that's coming from a place of not being thankful and taking full advantage of your opportunity. Because look at so many people who have a career opportunity and then they say, oh, you could do this or you could further your education and you could, and they don't do any of it. They don't care. It's like, so you have all of these benefits of being there. It's a nice outside, you might live in the hood, but you work out there somewhere where it's really nice. So you can get your exercise in at noon, but you got to go with everybody to Popeyes. And you're just like not taking advantage of bringing your lunch, going to the corporate gym, or going outside into their parking lot and having lunch right out there and getting grounded and enjoying. That's when you come from a place of gratitude. You said, see me on the bus and it's free. I'm like, I am so thankful. I had to go somewhere today and I said, oh, I guess maybe I'll just, I'll be big time. I'll put into Uber. And it was $43 if I scheduled for when they picked me up. And it was on the bus route. I went right out there. When I got to there, I looked in the app. It said, it will be here in 6 minutes. I'm like, girl, you're good. I got to my location early with $50 still in my pocket.
How about that? That's right.
Exactly.
That's right.
I mean, I really feel like this is the first time I'm really thinking like I want us to think. I want us to have the freedom to save our money. We don't have to show it just because we have it. Everything, like, I like, do it so you can spend money on what really matters. Because the bottom line is priorities.
See what you just said? You just said what really matters.
Yes.
I can think back to before I got injured on the job. Me and my coworker were having a conversation on the phone. He said, "What you doing today?" I said,
Mm.
I'm out paying bills.
Man.
He said, "You like
Mm.
doing that?" I said,
Mm.
"No, but I'm thankful that I can
Amen.
do it."
Amen.
And he said,
Woo!
"That's a very good way to look at it.
It's the only way to look at it.
That's the only way to look at it."
Who in the world messed up the mentality of people that you gonna work and you don't think you should take care of yourself with the money? If you want lights, then you got to pay the power bill. If you want the gym, then you got to pay for the gym. If you want health insurance, because something might happen, then you got to pay for health insurance. Like, this is the blessing. That is the motivation. That is, coming from a place of gratitude. Like, thank God. When I used to write checks, I would put in the memo section, thank God
Yeah,
that
me
I can.
too.
But a lot of people have never felt what an entrepreneur has felt. But I have felt this, and ain't nobody ever in my life ever paid a bill for me. They're
Yeah, a
like,
lot of people resent paying.
you know what I'm saying?
They resent
I
paying
thank
bills.
God that I could take care of myself. We have to really be thankful that we can take care of ourselves, because there are so many people that can't.
That cannot do it, JB. That's right.
Cannot,
That's right.
cannot.
For whatever reason, they just can't. That's right.
They cannot. They can't. I look at that stuff, on crime stuff and everything. A lot of people are abusive relationships. They said the number one reason that people stay, men or women, in relationships of domestic violence is financial. Because a lot of times the guy, his money is going to have to go into that house. Even if he leaves, she's hitting him and stuff. She's a loose cannon. She's about to pull out a knife on him. She does pull knives on him. But he's thinking she would never really do that. Men are so likely to think that. And they're getting killed every day by their partner.
Not if you saw that fight I broke up.
That girl kept tearing him up. He couldn't get away. Who in the world taught that girl to go after a man like that?
And the sad part, JB, he was trying to leave.
Yes.
But the other people who were there were going to call the cops on him, even though he's telling them, "I am the victim here. I want to leave.
Yes.
She won't let me leave."
Yes. 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 It's a sad thing. This white female said, this black man who was his girlfriend is a white female, and he said, "Man," he said, "we messed up because if we call the cops, they coming after me, they doing stuff." I said, "Nah, don't believe the hype." And she looked at me and she said, "Nah, it's true. They're not gonna believe him." I said, "That's a lie. That's a lie. They will believe what he said." Now, it could be true that they won't, but I'd be damned if I'm going to say that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to put some doubt in your mind that there's going to be a cop out there that's got some good sense and is going to look at you and say, "This girl's a freaking lunatic. You're a lunatic. All he's got to do is dial 911. Just try for me, brother. Try for me. Just try. Call 911 for me." But they won't do it.
You would have made a great defense lawyer, because all you got to do is present reasonable doubt.
You
You
know what
would
I'm
have been
saying?
a great one.
No, people have told me that my whole life. That's why, because I would, and it'd be so many criminals on the street. They're like, "What? What do you mean? Her throat's not split. That was her necklace." What in the world? So you're gonna blame it on my client because her necklace went through her throat? They'd be like, oh my goodness, I wouldn't even be able to sleep at night. One time, I met this guy, and I really did like him, and he was going through a divorce. I couldn't date. I was like, I cannot date you because I just didn't like him having that advantage, and the girl just did not know. You know what I'm saying? That I existed, and she just kept doing stupid stuff. Like, and I was like, I was like, I just can't see you anymore. And he never knew like why I just said I just can't see you anymore. I mean, he was so good looking that I would go in places with him, and women would go, JB, where'd you find him? I mean, women would trip. I'm like, whoa, that's interesting. You know what I'm saying? Like, and all he was tall. He's just tall. He was very broke. No money, no job. He was just tall. And it works. See, men, y'all got some advantages. He was like almost 7 feet tall. And he looked really good in a suit. And don't you go out there and try to somehow get a car that's decent. A man like that could get the oldest car in the world as long as it's like I'm not gonna tell you what kind of car because somebody will figure out. They'll be like, oh my God, that was Sal. Bro, so and driving a song. Oh yeah. But like just some sort of special car. Like, it's old. Probably got it from the soon to be ex, It's like dope. She had a disadvantage. Like, I can't do this. Yeah, so I wouldn't do it. I'd just be like, especially because I'd be like, you are guilty. You are guilty. I think you should tell the truth. I would be. Don't you make me just go in here and defend you. That's a hard job. And people have to realize sometimes, I bet they do that. Like, you have to be very careful with your lawyer and making sure that they're looking out for your best interests. Because they know, like, they figured it out. Like, a lot of times they know you're guilty. So they can get you in trouble on the slide. Because the other person, they know, they go to the country club together. They still gonna get paid. They still gonna get your grandma's house. They still gonna get that. Isn't that sad? Lean on the house and everything. I don't know. We just need to like fess up. Don't let your family go down like that. But if you come from a place of gratitude, you know what I'm saying? Then you will feel like that. Like, my grandmother did too much for me. I messed up. I got to make sure she's okay. I can't do this, because they're going to be in the struggle. Her house is paid off. I messed up. You know what I'm saying? Grandma, don't do that. I'll sit in here and wait it out. We need that type of attitude back in our community. Everybody makes mistakes. And we say to make a commitment to stand behind them when they make a mistake, but you also got to stand by, don't create these problems for your family. Don't bring them into it. Don't bring them in. But nobody really talks about that like they should. And I guess that would bring me into like that a lot of the gratitude and using gratitude to financially empower us is the patience and, being, seeing the best in our career opportunity. But also, as we've been talking about a lot over the last few months, that changing your mindset, practicing gratitude has been a big part of me just changing my mindset. It has allowed me to just be happy. And just feel and just realize the blessing in everything that we have, because we really could just go around and get into that it's never enough mode, even with your money, like some
Okay, you can speak
people.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait a
Oh,
minute.
ain't nobody afraid of your
About
finger.
me?
Ain't nobody afraid of your finger.
Yes, you did.
I'm surprised she didn't pull one of her weapons out. Exactly. I'm gonna get my spoon. beat you with the spoon. I
She
will beat
just
you. Look,
Hello, Miss Jones.
exactly. I'll beat you with the spoon so bad.
Miss Davis. Miss Davis.
Exactly. Exactly.
she just jumped right in on you, Jamie.
Oh, I know. I know. I know. I know. Oh, look at this. She's got the cross on her chest too. Look, she's trying to be
Wait,
mean.
Reverend Bozeman, I have to
You
stay ready, Mr. Jones. I got to stay ready. I
you
can't
gotta
get
stay.
ready. I got to be ready.
You be ready. Get my Ruger out.
All right. Good to see you.
Exactly. So, we're talking about like just being, in a place of just being thankful that, that we're healthy. I think that also it will help. Like our health is our wealth, right? And if we're thankful for what we can do, then we'll automatically get healthier and healthier. Like sometimes we're focusing on, like, a lot of times at track meets or powerlifting or something, the women will come up and they go, "Do you remember when?" There is no remember when for me. Y'all know I wasn't an athlete. This is new. Look, I've just started this. I've started this, when I just turned 30. Well, since I turned 30, almost started giving out big numbers. So after I turned 30 a couple years ago is when I started this. If you're gonna lie, you got to be consistent with it.
Got to remember what you said, what the lie you just.
Exactly, exactly. And what did I say? Was I 20s or 30s? So I started my business when I was 10. Now I was almost 30 years old. That makes me almost 40.
I
Something.
promise you, you don't have to remember what you said because they will remind you.
Exactly.
They
That's
will
that's
remind
the
you.
only thing that about, like, that I'm bragging. Because when you brag, you're just giving out all these details. Look, somebody told me one time, "Oh, you look young, but when you started your business, I mean, I figured, oh my goodness, you must have been at least." And then your mother, I was like, "Oh Lord, these numbers are really getting to me. Let's talk about something else." You could have stopped that. You look young. And they're going on and all that. But I'm thankful. But I'm more than thankful just to be here. You know how people go, "Oh, I'm just thankful to be here." You know, I just, I don't know. I don't know. I don't dig this. Like, I just know it's God's will for me to be here if I wake up. You know what I mean? But y'all know, if one day I'm not here anymore, don't you worry. I'm happy at the track meet in the sky. I'm doing the
Mhm.
high jump. In my next life, I'm flying. I am flying, like Reverend Bozeman says. I'm the owl. I'm gonna be partying all night.
Hey,
Like the owl. The owl stays up all night, right? I'll be like, "Yeah, it's over here." You know, but I know that if I'm here, I know that he has something good for me to do. He's got to be something good. Like, something really, really, really good. No, so, and out of that good, it can't be just make money. It has to be, spreading, confidence and positive feelings and energy and laughter. I always, ever since I was a little kid, like, I've just always wanted to make people happy. I want to make people smile when they see me come in the room. I just want people to smile. Have I done that? Like the other night, my mother hasn't been feeling that well. And when I saw her, I was just like, I just want to make her smile. So we just started talking about sex. And I was like, she was sitting up there, we're talking. And she said, "Well, your daddy. Your daddy." I was like, "Lord, your daddy was active almost till he was dead." Yeah. I said, "Okay, Dad. Okay." I know Dad was like, "That's right. Tell her. tell him, woman. Go, Dad. Go, Dad. But that was like, we just started laughing. Then she started like asking me about people in my past. I was like, oh Lord. My sister was like, oh, y'all. And I just went with it. Oh no, Mom, not him. Oh no, no. She's like, no. I was like, no, 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 no. Him. Yes, Mom. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Mom. Yeah. She was like, oh, and we were just laughing. We just had a good time talking about sex that I'll remember for the rest of my life. And that was the first time that we ever talked about. I was like, isn't that something like that's one of the things that hopefully everybody has done and people don't talk
Yeah,
about?
when you reach a certain age, it is great when you and your mom open up about
Yeah, yeah,
those adult subjects because
yeah.
that she
Amen.
sees you as a real person.
Amen. That's what exactly. It's just everything, the whole energy lightened up. Because in my family, sex was such a faux pas and that almost like you can make sex so bad that you pull the love out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like instead of you don't do that, like I wish that we had focused on love. That that's we love each other. Like I used to tell people, they would go, "You the youngest?" And I go, "No, I'm the love child." They
Hmm.
go, "Mom, look, you are not
Yeah.
the love child." Yes, I am. I was the love child. I was the love child. Y'all still, I'm the last child. Y'all still doing it? I'm the love child. Right? That's how you look at it. Right? A lot of people stopped a long time ago. Y'all was still 4 kids deep, making me. I'm the love child. It was easy at the top. Isn't that something? But they call the first one the love child. They should call the last the love child. But so it is. But it was just like, yeah. And I just wanted her to know that I'm thankful. I also told her, like, how much her strength has been important to me. I said, because whenever I feel like giving up, I know you never did, and you could have. And I don't care, no matter how imperfect we all are, we all need to tell each other about what we appreciate about them.
Hmm.
Each of you, like, offer me something separate that I need in my life, sincerely. Like,
I'm
and we
taking
don't
mine back.
exactly, exactly,
Yeah. I'm, everything I said, I
yeah,
take back.
exactly. I know you love me, and I need it and I appreciate it, And I think that, like, I challenge all of you. Call your mom. Talk about sex. No, I'm just joking. But just do something to let her know you're thankful for her and that you want to make her happy. No, or your dad, if you're still blessed with one. Mm, my dad is gone. But I always felt like that. I always felt like that. I remember, like, just certain times when I would just like see my parents and just fall on my knees and just go, I just think I'm so thankful for y'all. I'm just so thankful. I would be so thankful it would make them nervous. They'd be like, what is wrong with her? But we're not dying. What does she know that we don't know? But we all are dying. We
I
all are.
remember I did that when I was 27.
You fell to them like you just like, yeah, it's like, whoa.
Yeah, I drove all the way across town to tell my mother that thank you
Amen.
and for all that she put up with me and
Yes.
all that she's done for me.
Mm.
Yeah.
You got it in there. Like now you can still remember that. Thank God. That oh, that you can. No, it's just so many. We can't put off. We cannot put off. Like it amazes me, like people who do things wrong to you, and then they have the attitude with you or with me. Like that I should, by any logical means, be mad at them, but they're mad at me because of what they did to me. But I feel that that I still, even no matter what, they help me become the person that I like today. And if you like yourself, we have to thank everybody who contributed to how you've grown, who you become. Not, oh, they caused me pain at that time. I see that as a hard workout. Right now, my quad is hurting. But every time it hurts, I feel like that's me beating Diana. Watch out. She gonna be like, but like you have in that pain, you have to be thankful for that pain. I'm thankful for that pain. Yesterday, I walked so much, ran, sprinted, and walked so much, my feet was hurting. And I was like, whoa. I mean, my heel was really hurting. I was like, see, these are the times where you remember how pleasant the car was. But if I had the car, I wouldn't have got those steps in. Now I got those 13,000 steps in. It makes a difference. It makes a difference. And I'm thankful for it. And saying that you're thankful and being thankful doesn't cost us anything, right? It's free. And look at this. A University of Berkeley did a study, and they studied the impact of gratitude on your well-being and behavior. And the research concluded that appreciation has a significant effect on your brain, and the more gratitude you feel, the more likely you may be to express that gratitude. And when it comes to wealth management, that same focus could be on, as we were saying, Mr. Jones, prioritizing how we spend our money. If we appreciate giving to help others for a specific cause or for a specific need, if we put that into our mindset, then that just becomes one of the priorities that we're thankful that we can do. Because I believe that gratitude can, grow in us so much that we become more generous.
Yeah, gratitude expands you.
Mm,
It expands your outlook. It expands your energy.
that's right.
Expands your aura. It
And
has a
what's the
very
use?
positive
Yeah.
effect.
And what's the use of having the money if you're not helping anyone else? No. If you're not helping, then what's it all for?
Right.
And we're not really thinking about that. Like, that we just want more and more. When we're not in a place of gratitude, we just want more and more and more. Just because. Where we see more people than ever are being that I don't need this money. All I want to do is decide who to give it to. How to give it to. And I feel that if our community could be um could be encouraged to just sit down and think about, okay, yes, these things happen to us, but look how far we've come. Like I said, like looking at our pain as our muscle building activity. I wouldn't trade a thing. If I hadn't been and I didn't have the parents and the mother I had, do you really think that God would have used me, as the black woman or black person to do AfroEconomics and take it like who really it had to be a person that could persevere, that had to be able to like, I will do this by God's means necessary. Oh, get this. I'm gonna get punched out. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna get up and do it again. I mean, there's a special type of person that's gonna take that kind of beat down. And
And overcome it.
And only my experiences, exactly. And only my experiences prepare me for that. So doing it, like, when people see, like, most people just look from their back outside, but like when people see like what it takes, what I've had to do, to just keep going, like they're like, if I didn't see it for myself, I would not have believed that happened. No. So like that we can get there so that when we do this, like it will create more Black entrepreneurship. Because I feel blessed with the opportunity to continuously give back to my community. I don't have this like obsession with what's in this for me. What's it, how do I make sure that I come out on top? Like if I had that worry, which I meet people that have that worry, you know what I'm saying, all the time, I can't receive that. Like, as you grow, like, and you start meeting people, and they'll start like, well, or especially if they're retired and they're interested in you or whatever, like, when are you going to retire? I'm not going to retire. What are you talking about? You're not going to retire. I don't want to retire. I have zero interest in retiring. I'm building a business. I want to stay healthy. I want to do this for as long as God allows me to do it. That's my plan. I don't have to retire. People retire because they don't like that job. I don't have a job. I have a lifestyle. I have a business. That's what I do. But but if we could get that mentality into our community, that you don't have to like start your life and like just go somewhere and work for somebody and give them 30, 40 years of your life, and you know what I'm saying, and then just say like, oh, now I'm just gonna sit here. No, it's next. It's next. It's next. And somebody's out there saying, well, no, it's not next. Yeah, it has to be next. We have to make a commitment that we grow for the rest of our life. We repurpose. Just because you get downsized or you get forced out or you get whatever, that don't have anything to do about the value of your contribution that is needed in this society. And I don't care if you volunteer, but we got to be doing something all the time. As long as we have breath, we need to be helping somebody else's life be better. I truly believe that. But that's because I'm coming from a place of, I want to leave here with giving the world more than what I took from it. But a lot of times we're taught, go in there, get what they're going to give you, get what you're supposed to get. They owe you that. This, and you know what I mean? I don't feel like you owe me nothing. I'm thankful for the opportunity to be here. So we have to like change that, that you just work, because if you have a true boss mentality, then you're going to want that type of person on your team. You're going to want all your staff to be that type of mentality. Like that they want to make this world a better place. And everybody that's coming from a place of, thank God for this opportunity to help people, you got a winning team. We want to help each other. Like, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And today, when I went into the rental car place, and the guy said, coming from a place of gratitude, you approach everything different, I'm telling you. So he said, well, weren't you supposed to come earlier? And I said, no, it was after work. I've been working. I had to come here later. I just needed for a project I have in the early morning. Well, we tried to call you. I said, well, she asked me if it was okay to text me, but it said something about standard rate supply or blah, blah, blah. But I didn't get a text, and I don't know if it was a call from you, but I don't stop my meetings and answer the phone. And he says, well, we don't have a car. So I'm sitting there talking to my old self. Don't say anything. Don't you go off in here. You be nice. Be quiet, like it's gonna be all right. And it's gonna be okay. I'm like talking to myself, talking inside. And then I just called that number that I called, the 800 number. And I called them and I said, hey, I'm here. And they're saying that they don't have a vehicle. And, I reserved the vehicle. They were like, dang, that's terrible. And hung up the phone. I'm not even lying. Enterprise. All I could think about was Delta Airlines. Remember when Delta did that stuff to me?
Yes.
I still haven't got my money back, boy. Delta. Woo! Woo, woo, woo. I ain't even call. I mean, I'm so internally mad at Delta Airlines that I can't even call them still. What's that been like 6 months?
Yeah.
They make me sick. I gotta let it go. I gotta let it go. But so then, and then the guy said, well, I'm gonna check down this. No, they said, is he gonna try to find you something else? And I said, he's not doing anything right now. Cause I wasn't leaving. I was just trying to stay calm, but I wasn't leaving. I was like, you're gonna do this, we're gonna get this vehicle. And then the guy said, I'm gonna call down the street. And then I said, thank you. And he called down the street and the guy said, oh yeah, we have one right here. I'm telling you, it was like walking distance away. And then it said, oh, well, I'll get you down there. I'm thinking to myself, I know you're going to get me down there. But I said, he's like, I'll get you down there and we're going to get you set up. We're going to get you down, And I said, thank you. And he said, yeah, I'm sorry that happened. And I said, oh, that's okay. Thank you. Thank you for getting it right. And, and I really meant thank you. But I was so proud of myself. Y'all would have been so proud of me.
Yeah.
I did not get upset.
That's
so
powerful.
Good. Wasn't that good?
That's powerful.
See, all you got
because things change when you stay calm.
Thank you. That's from a month of riding the city bus. You get grateful. you come from a place of gratitude. But I do feel that you do become like, that's probably Miss Davis.
That was me.
Oh, was you? Oh, that was Miss Davis. Don't be trying to defend her.
That bus will humble your ass, won't it?
Oh yeah, right. Exactly. It's just and you feel so thankful. Are you thankful? You feel so thankful, and then I was like, God, I know there's a lesson here. I'm telling you, I know there's a lesson here. Look at the lesson. We're learning lessons all the time. We just hide from the lesson.
You
exactly.
still riding.
I mean,
bus because of that guy.
I am riding that bus.
JB, because of that guy you kissed that time. That's why you're riding that bus. You look.
I still ain't found him again. No more drunk men coming almost hit me in the mouth. I know. I don't know what's wrong with him. He should have come to my stop. He should have known that's my stop. He probably don't remember though, because he was drunk. That was funny though, that was the first day. See how negativity tries to get you? But I was like, nope, I got this. But I just don't understand, how certain things become like below you. Stuff like that. I don't get that. But I think it's because we just aren't grateful enough. So we just, feel like, oh, that's below me, because I believe that if you really have ever had to go without, or had to, like I do, get on the bus, or had to, had to do some of these things, then you would be so grateful. So all that you have, that you would never be condescending again. Like you would never, and then that's why it makes you
gives you perspective.
It makes you a kinder person, kinder, gentler, person.
Yeah.
Like you might not think, oh, that you're arrogant. Like, what was it, Ms. another Miss Davis was telling me to tell Miss Davis about this section in a Sidney Poitier movie called um, Poverty Poverty Pimps. Out of that movie,
Mhm.
remember that movie? I had it on my Facebook page, but there was a scene from the movie with Sidney Poitier and Bill Cosby, and the girl was like fussing out the teacher, but the student, because the teacher was, telling the girl that you should pay attention. And then the girl like went crazy on the teacher because she was like, who are you to be, so you're being condescending basically, but she wasn't using the word condescending. And she was like, y'all come in here, y'all poverty pimps trying to make money off our neighborhood, And I was like, there was a lot of truth. Who was that? Cheryl Lee Roth. Like like
Cheryl Lee Ralph.
she plays it. She plays that part. I
Shirley
should
Ralph.
have said. I should have sent that to you. But she was
I
like,
think I think it's either Let's Uptown Saturday Night or Let's Do It Again. It's one of those movies.
I think it
No,
was Uptown.
Uptown
Uptown
Saturday Night.
Saturday Night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
on YouTube, and I found it because I was like, "What you talking about?" Bridget in South Carolina was something. Somebody she said, "Make sure you tell Miss Davis about it." And I was like, "Oh," and she said but it was like we were just talking about like just people exploiting the community, and we wouldn't do that if we were coming from a place of gratitude. We would not ever, our ministers wouldn't do it when we have, especially our ministers, when we have ministers that get in trouble for, exploiting their members and things like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like, when you come play from a place of, of gratitude, you're so thankful for everything that you would never want to hurt someone else. I don't think so. Like not purposefully, not for your own good, like not just so that you can get ahead. And they were like saying basically they were just, taking money from, you know, um what is, the people that are struggling the most. And I see it all the time. People going into our communities and, finding somebody with a habit, and then, they inherited the property and they know the equities there because they got it in the public information. And then they come and then, they offer them a little bit of money, and they don't explain to them that, you got like 200,000 of equity in this house. They all they want, they say, I want 20 grand. All they do is make sure they get 20 grand. No. And nobody tells them, AfroEconomics has a free membership. No, you could just get in there. We could turn this thing around. We should never be thankful for something that we did at the demise of someone else. Mm,
Because there's more than enough to go around.
mm. A lot of us just don't get access to it, though. We don't get, access to it like that graph where they showed about the US and it said, poverty over here.
Well,
Um,
that's why you're here, JB, because why Afroeconomics is here, because it needs to be a change of mind, a reversal of conditioning,
mm,
because there is
right.
so much abundance here, and to think that it's not available to us makes it not available to us.
That's
You
right.
get what you think.
That's right. That's
So
right. And we focus on, but I think a lot of it is, that our a lot of it actually I think is about our relationship with God.
yes, it is.
That we feel, and I would agree with you and Mr. Robinson that does that book Positivism, and that we have to find God within us. That God, is in here. God is not out there,
Right.
But we, because the longer we identify with God out there, then we don't we only can see our limitations.
Yeah.
And we see that. But if we see God is in us and God gives us the power to do whatever it is that we allow ourselves to do, that the only thing holding us back, I don't know who has their mic open, but whoever, the only thing holding us back is our relationship with the Almighty that's in us. And the more that we accept that, the less we care about who sees you, cleaning shoes, what I mean, in front of the Marriott Hotel. You know
Exactly.
that you're making your money.
Exactly.
I don't, I don't, and that's something that has to continue to grow in me because we're so socialized to appease everyone other than God.
Well, we're locked up in this television
Mm,
illusion. There it
mm,
is. Television illusion
mm,
that the only way to happiness is through what we see on TV,
mm,
and our path to happiness is quite often something completely different
mm,
than what we see. And when we get there, it's a surprise.
mm,
It's like, oh, I
mm,
didn't even know it was here.
mm.
But there's so many ways to get there,
Amen. To get,
to get to happiness, to get to
amen.
prosperity, to get.
Amen.
So that's why I was saying that's why you're here.
That's right.
You are the. There's a tarot card called the Hermit where the wizard is standing on top of a mountain with a lantern,
Mm.
holding up a lantern to guide people to the heights. Uh,
Well,
but it's in the middle
well,
of darkness.
this is how people handle me. All right. So, and we have to stop doing this. We have to stop. We have to stop. All right. So they join. Say it costs individual membership $230. So, and then the one that they feel like I'm somehow robbing them, because that $230 to set it up for one-on-one. So we
Yeah.
get together, we do our first couple of hours, and then we talking, telling what we need to get straight and this and this and then the next one, and you're telling what we need to get straight, and then about the third one, and that might be month two. You know what I mean? Because I can tell the energy is like you haven't flipped upside down and you know what I mean, rocked my world like yet. Like, you're and I'm like, look, this is a process of reprogramming, but we have been so socialized that all a person is supposed to do is sell us something. We don't even understand the blessing and the gift in empowerment. I'm sharing my brain with you. This took me 30 freaking years to get. I've been doing the same thing for 30 years. I've been had to do continuing ed. I have to do all this stuff, and I'm giving it to you. $30. My fee-based clients really carry everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Because we
Uh-huh.
couldn't continue. We didn't have assets under management. So we do that, put it all back into the business. Y'all know it ain't like I'm flexing and I'm calling y'all and I ain't got time for that meeting. I'm sipping on, you know what I mean, anything. Nothing, just 100. I'm 100 in every time. Doing the meetings for us, doing the meetings for us. You know what I'm saying? But I think that we just don't get the benefit of love. That love takes time. That love takes commitment. That love takes, like, I am willing to put in. You got to be willing to put in the time for yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm willing to put in the time. I ain't asked you for nothing, but you know what I mean? Because Lord knows, if all a PhD is worth is $30, all these 30 years is worth $1 a day. So, like, all we can do is win, but we have to take out the time and realize the difference between what's advice and what's a salesperson, and the power of wisdom, which is spoken on in the Bible. Blessed is he who has wise counsel. We're getting in the word. We're looking at the Bible. We're not even using it for what it's supposed to be used for.
That's
Guidance.
right.
That's it.
That's right.
Get wise
That's right.
counsel. Like that's it. Like let it, but we're totally, missing out on, that we should expect no less than a person that's going to spend time with me. We look at it from, a sex perspective. Why would you want to be with someone who doesn't want to get to know you?
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
We deserve this. We deserve this. But poverty pimps have to go out of our mind. Because I don't want to ever be a part of that. It's sad. But you
You
talking
know
about
what?
tax strategies and stuff, it takes time. Hmm.
People, the members already in AfroEconomics, especially the more seasoned ones, we kind of step first quite a bit because
That's right.
mindset of saving,
That's right.
mindset of spending every time. You really,
That's right.
we need to hear it reiterated over and over, but we're not that
You're gonna.
type. You need to say,
Mm,
some of the things that you would tell us, we've
mm,
already made up in our mind, not going to go out there.
right.
And probably many
Exactly.
people can go out there and
Right.
just
Exactly.
spend. That's not
That's right.
who this
Yeah.
group is.
Yeah.
It's that
Yeah.
other group over there.
That's right.
And to reach that group,
That's right.
hard as heck.
That's
They
right.
they go for
That's right. They come
living in
in, but they just stay for, a minute. You know what I'm saying? It's just a drive by. It's just, you know what I'm saying?
or
Yeah, it's just
they,
some sort of, like, they just don't feel that they're worthy of anything, you know what I mean, past that. But we're worthy of so much more.
well, they
Like
live by
it's
this
yeah.
saying, not promised. And then that's
Yeah.
another year. Uh,
And like, yeah, I mean, we feel like that you become or a Weta Davis or Reverend Bozeman, Roderick Walton, like
halfway there.
overnight. Like you just decide you just become a Barbara. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I can just tell that no, it took a long time for you to get to where you are.
And see,
And
when we come,
imagine if you had wise counsel all along the way. Like, they have such an advantage because, the longer the time that we have together, the more, you know what I mean, the benefits that they have. But they have to, first, you got to come from a place of gratitude, that you got to realize, like, wow, like, that's the way I see my personal trainer. Like, and he costs a lot more than me. And he ain't been doing it a fraction of as long as I have. But my white equivalent, he owned the bus.
Mm-hmm.
So but yeah, we just have to, realize that our opportunities. But if we don't realize it, it's like, a lot of times people have, like, me and a client were joking about how our mothers used to treat our fathers. And I said, but those are the type of women that men stay with. It's like, because they be like, just telling them exactly how they felt. Like, you know what I'm saying? Unapologetically. And my dad never considered a life without my mom. That's his woman. Like, but it's though that but they made that decision to appreciate their woman. They had to make that decision. This my woman. I appreciate it. It came from a place of gratitude. And that's what made it work. 50 something years, almost 60 for my parents. Like, but I was like, if we, like I had to do at that, car place today, if I want to create better relationships, God is saying that I have to come from a place of gratitude and stop attacking because of all the pain that I've been through. Because I got PTSD from car dealerships. So I think that this is God trying to help me, you know what I mean, develop trust and take personal responsibility. I do. I'm telling you, Mr. Jones, I have PTSD. Like, there's a reason that I don't want to go back into the service department of a car dealership. I wish they had disposable vehicles.
Okay, you had two bad experiences, JB?
No, even when I was driving those Benzes. I
Oh,
had three Mercedes across the street from the Jeep Wrangler place. So my point was, I'm gonna get better service over here. I mean, I used to look at when I first got my Jeep, I was like, look at y'all, huh? I'm never coming back. They used to treat me bad at that Benz place. I get
and
there, they give everybody else a loaner car, and they will give me nothing. And they go, we got some Toyotas at our dealership up the street.
there it is.
I don't have no problem with a Toyota now, though.
And there
But
it
when
is.
you bring a Benz in there and they give everybody else a Benz, but they don't even, and then in the back of my head, I'm thinking, they don't appreciate my business. You know what I'm saying? But I get that a lot. I get that a lot. I'm telling you, I feel that. And I could be wrong, but I just feel that Black business just isn't appreciated when the majority of their customers are white.
Right. That's
So,
true. No
you know what I'm
doubt.
saying? Like, so they'll go to the white lady. Her car could be way older than mine, but they're like, we got to keep her happy. Now, I probably bought more cars from the dealership. They still want to keep her happy. I've seen it almost every level of my life, and I don't understand how people don't get it.
No, that's the way it is.
And they keep saying the color of money is green. I'm like, no, it's not. The color of money is the color that they want to get in. If you don't matter, you ain't gonna matter.
The color of the money is the color of the person giving it to you.
I know that's right. But sometimes they just don't want our Black money.
That's true.
A lot of cultures and regions are not accustomed to dealing with us.
I would say this: if they don't want mine, they will not get it. I have no problem with that. I got no
Hmm.
problem with that.
Exactly. Yeah. And
But
it
they don't
really
know what
like,
they're losing.
yeah.
They don't understand what they're losing, what they're giving up.
Or they're wise because Black people will go and support them regardless. I can go on social media and go, look at how they did me. They treated me so bad. Like, one time I was in a I don't know whose that is. Whose that is? Whose thing do you think that? So, but one time, even if I went on social media and said what they did, because I did, we'll still go. White people will go crazy. They
JB,
don't.
that's you. That's you. That's your audio. That's your audio.
You think so? I mean,
Yeah, cause yeah, I
oh,
hear
it's
you.
just doing feedback some reason.
Yeah, so it's the feedback.
And then but yeah, I remember I was in this business suite, and the business suite, it was an Asian Indian man, and his wife was Latina, and they said they didn't like AfroEconomics. They didn't like the kind of people that came in to my meetings. So
Oh, really?
he canceled the lease. And
Oh,
so
okay.
I was like, and he had just renewed it, but we had like a motorcycle club meeting over the weekend, and I had to pay like $300 to use the conference room space and everything. And then um, nothing happened. Nothing went wrong. These are all grown people. Motorcycle club members, I was probably the youngest one in there. Like, these were grown people, big Harleys, people with career professionals and everything. And they go, so it was nothing wrong. And then the next week all of a sudden it's like, I don't like the type of people and all this and whatever. And then I told the other Black businesses that were in there, what they did, they still in there. And one of which I referred her to come in there. And when I referred her to come in there, she didn't even put me down as a referral. I asked the lady, I said, did she put me down that, I referred her here? She said, no. And when I talk to that sister now, I tell her exactly. Because when she was trying and she lost her job in corporate America, I hired her. I helped her get her business started. And then I said, you're just like the other people that you were talking about that didn't like you. Now you feel like you're in, but you're not. And I told her, you're not. They just use you for what they want you for.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And she was like, she couldn't say nothing. You know what I mean? She couldn't say nothing, That's like foul. That is just foul.
But also, you see how you called her your sister? That is not your sister because
No, that's right.
you gave her the door. You gave her foot in,
That's right.
and
That's
rather
so
than
true.
stick with you, she went
That's right.
somewhere else.
Yes, she did. And I kept slowly seeing it happen. And I told her, I said, let me hear you tell me about one more thing that you went to and you didn't tell me about it. You either better not mention it to me or I'm going to know for sure that you ain't on my team.
But my
And
point
then,
is
and these were like
this.
business stuff. These were like business opportunities. And she would go, oh, they had such and such and such, you know what I mean? Last week and blah, blah, blah. There's no reason to bring it up. You ain't helping me by telling me nothing about last week. So she did it one more time. I ain't spoke. She'll call, whatever, do cordialties. I tell exactly where my head is. Y'all know I'm going to tell the truth. You know what I mean? If I ain't feeling you, I ain't feeling you. I'm not going to fake. It's too much effort. It's too much effort. But you said we have to be careful. And that's silly that we have to be careful of our own. But my thing, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Even if it's you, don't be stupid and allow bad stuff in. Then you're being your own enemy as you're stopping yourself from prospering because you got losers pulling around you with no gratitude.
But the sad part for your story is, for me, you were the threat not only to your so-called sister, but to all of them who went with
Yep.
her against
Yep.
you.
Yep.
You were the threat. You were
She
the
ain't even
threat.
she ain't even see it. They were like, she's got access. JB is helping her. You know what I mean? She ain't even see it. So she gave up me, thinking you get more, but you get less. Because they're doing you like you do me, telling you what they want you to know on a need to know basis. So all those type of people need to be together. Like, because I pour everything out. I pour everything out. And Lord knows I thank God for the insight and the intuition to bring those things to me. We have to know, like people talk about like red flags. You know what I mean? There's red flags in business as well. Like a lady today, like a lady I was advising today, I was like, it is up to you, but this is what the tax law says. She said, so are you telling me? I said, no, I'm telling you the tax law. And the rest of it is up to you. I want everybody to know that when they hear something come out of my mouth, it is the law. Like, this is what is true. I'm not going to try to make it what it feels good to you. Like, go ahead and do that. They ain't going to catch it anyway. You know what I'm saying? No, I can't do that just to make you feel good. So you'll feel like, you know what I mean? You got your $30 worth. No, I got a relationship with God and I'm going to have to tell you the truth. This is going to be a process and this is going to be how you do it. And this is how we can avoid this stuff down the road. And these are the way things have to be done. But you got to want that. And a lot of us, unfortunately, don't want that. We just want to hear and do everything that has got to feel good. And if it doesn't feel good, you don't want to do it. You can't even be thankful for something that was a little heavy, not realizing that you making yourself stronger. Because if you don't
And
have any resistance, if you don't have any, you can't get stronger. And it's good for your mind density and your bone density. Either way, we build it if we're lifting it mentally or if we're lifting it, physically. It's good for us. But we got to face resistance so that we can be empowered and thank God for that resistance along the way. Like, approach it with that feeling of gratitude. I don't need that, God. You know, I feel it. I agree with you, Lord.
I
I
agree
don't
with you,
really need
Lord.
that. I don't have
I
to
don't
do
really
that right
need
now.
that to
See,
do that
that's
right
why
now.
it's said
That's
twice.
why I said.
That's why the echo. So that's some things for us to think about as we're moving forward to this time of thankfulness. I don't know. We'll see if we get together next Wednesday night. I hope that I'm cooking so hard that I don't have time for y'all.
All
I'm gonna
right.
do a video from
Thanksgiving.
my kitchen. Don't that be something? Everybody would be from the
You're
kitchen.
gonna do a Julia Child.
A Julia Child. You'd be like, she ain't doing nothing. Wouldn't it be funny though if I was doing that? Flour all up in my face, and it was a cooking.
Okay. Let me say this:
You were like,
if JB is going to do a cooking segment
yes,
for
yes,
Thanksgiving,
yes.
I want her to bring me a plate.
Exactly. I'll Uber it to you.
As long as
Look,
I get it, I'm good.
exactly. Somebody gonna be happy. He charges probably three
No,
hundred dollars,
wait. I don't heard too many scary stories about Uber and DoorDash right now. I don't
right?
know.
Right? Right? They only gonna take your plate. They just
they
gonna take
they
your plate.
they
Or
they
you can
throwing
come.
people food on the
That's
floor
right.
now.
Oh Lord, that's terrible.
Yeah, they throwing people food on the floor now if you don't leave a
Mm.
tip.
You will want some of my sweet potato pie. I'm
Oh
doing
yes.
deep dish.
See,
Deep
see,
dish.
you
Sweet
done did
potato.
it. See,
North
and then,
Carolina sweet potato pie. That's what we got to have. Yes, I
Lord have
mean,
mercy.
you know, an apple
You know?
cobbler, apple cobbler, peach cobbler.
Apple.
I'm gonna have to start early. I don't even want turkey, but I know Aziza will be mad if there's no turkey. I would like ribeyes and lamb, some fish, like salmon or something. Skip the turkey.
I like lamb and salmon.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
on. That's right. Come on. Oh, yes, you're invited. All of you are invited, especially you, Dr. Jones. You're invited. Yeah, I don't have no cable. Wouldn't it be funny? You'd be mad. You'd be like, you didn't tell me no. You know I have cable. I have every channel known to man. I have cable. I have cable. And I said, I'm gonna get rid of my cable. I'm gonna get rid of my cable. And that cable man came. I ended up with more channels than ever. I'm like, how how did I end up with more channels?
I just switched cable providers last Friday.
Oh my
I
goodness.
I just switched. I just made a switch. Yeah.
Who'd you switch to?
I went from Xfinity to Astound.
It's a great
Ah.
name.
We don't have that.
Right. Great name,
We don't have that in Virginia yet.
Astound.
I love that.
Astound. They
You really think it's a different company?
It's RCN and Cox. It's a
Oh,
company.
really?
That's who it is.
So
Yeah.
down south, they do have Cox Cable down this way. I think out near the water.
It's
Cox Cable.
RCN, Cox, and but right here
Mm.
they're going by Astound,
Uh-oh.
and
Uh-oh.
I get the same stuff I had with Xfinity for a
Hmm.
lot less money. So I'm
Oh,
good.
that's good. That's
I'm good.
astonishing.
The only ha, I love it.
Wow. That's what they want you to be, right? That's just,
But
it's down.
the only thing I lost was Netflix. I lost Netflix
Mm.
because with them it's an app, but it costs too much money, so I'm gonna wait it out to see if it go down.
You
For
don't have
Netflix.
a Netflix separate? Like Comcast puts Netflix up there, but you're going into your own account. They just have it up there for convenience.
Nah, I never paid for Netflix with Xfinity. I never
And I
paid.
don't like with Netflix, I don't like to go through the cable to go to Netflix because the cable box is shut down from inactivity and you'll be right in the middle of the Netflix movie and it will go down.
I've never had that happen with Xfinity. With Xfinity, I just go to Netflix and my movies come on.
Yeah, but
My
it
movies
it
just come
never
on.
went down on you before. Like
Nah,
Comcast
no.
has
But
Fios, I
Comcast
mean
is
Fios,
Xfinity.
Fios has a problem with that. I need to ask them about that. If they need to change probably my setting, maybe. But it goes like if I'm watching it. But there's this, yeah, there's some good movies out right now on regular cable.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I have a lot more channels now, a lot more movie varieties. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. My favorite channel is Stars though.
I
Stars with
love it. I
yeah, you
love
like
it.
Stars too?
I
Yeah,
love it. I love it.
yeah,
I
yeah,
love it.
yeah.
But
Exactly. You get
with this, I also get the NFL package and the
wow,
NBA package,
wow.
which is huge for me because I'm football and basketball.
I
So
know that's
yeah,
crazy, and it's included in the lower price.
it's included in a lower price.
Yeah,
I
forget
did
it.
not have it with Xfinity. I had to
Forget.
pay for it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
expensive. It's
it is.
expensive.
It
I
really
think it
is,
was like
JB.
$16 a month. I used to have a sports package and never watched it. I didn't even know I
Mm.
had it until I started looking at the bill.
Yeah.
But I'm not really a sports watcher. I'm a true crime, type person. I watch some true crime all day long. I gotta, stop. I'm gonna turn into a detective before it's all over.
So, as a fan
But
of track and field, you don't watch it during the Olympics either?
stuff like that.
Okay, okay.
But even before I was running, I always watched the track and field, like always just the 100, and that was it. Isn't it
Yeah,
true? Like you was like, wow.
yeah, yeah.
So the 100. So me doing this is like a dream come true. I'm like,
Oh
I'm like,
wow.
I'm just doing.
Yeah.
I'm in, but I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. It's only 60-meter in the indoor too, so I've never done that. So in January, I'm gonna start the indoor season with 60-meter. So that's gonna be interesting. That might be
Okay.
my thing.
You can do it, JB.
That could be it.
You can
Yes, you
do it.
That could
can.
be it. Wait till
You
y'all see
can
me
do it.
start with down. I'm gonna start out the block. I'm starting out the block this year. I'm starting out the block.
Okay, okay, okay.
Looking forward to it.
That's right.
I'm gonna take a picture. Give me a block. I'm gonna order me a block one day. The thing, because they don't always have them all at all different places that we go to. So get my block. And do you know those things don't automatically stay in the ground? So we've had some track meets where people have had to sit behind people so that their blocks.
Oh, really?
To hold the block in place. Yeah,
Now I'm like
yeah.
thinking, if they ever do that with me, can you imagine me push somebody back? Lord, they fly back. Because a lot of them
Wow.
are light.
Yeah.
They be like, you get hurt because they want to hold my block. I was like, are you sure you want to hold the
So what do they have on the bottom? They don't have cleats on the bottom?
block? Like we might
Oh,
on just on our front toe. That's true too. You run that risk of like if my foot slips up and hit your face. Like, but they
I
try
mean
to
on the
like,
bottom of the block.
oh nah, it has some little stuff, but
It's like an anchorage or something.
it
Something they put
just
it to.
doesn't
Yeah.
they won't build the track because they keep moving them to different places, I
Right.
guess. But probably in the Olympics, it's probably bolted in there. Yeah, they have little things, but they know that the little divots, but they know they'll move. I guess I
Oh
don't know
wow.
the. But I would think because especially, I mean, you're pushing, you know, that's the point, and it's
Yeah.
supposed to stay so that you kind of flying out, like, you know, so.
It's the launch pad.
Yeah, your launch
That's
pad.
right. That's
That's
right.
what's slowing me down because I've been starting standing up,
Oh, okay.
Diana, till I get down.
Yeah, you definitely need a blog.
I got to get down. Got to get down to get up. Well, y'all be good to yourselves. I'm so glad that y'all my friends.
Oh, we love you.
We love you,
Send me
JB.
love. That's right. That's right. Come on. I got a friend. Let's be friends. That's right. That's right. Up. Come on. Come on. I used to love that. So look, I power out. I love y'all. Have a good night.
Good
You
I
night.
thank
too.
God for you. I thank God for you and you and you and you and you and you and you. Go talk to your mama about sex. Thank God you can if you can. See y'all later. That's right. I see you, Mr. Jefferson. HOA, Mr. Homeowners Association. Think you arrived. Take care. Bye bye.